Hello guys and welcome back to Knowledge Farm. My name is Denver and this is part 2 of our learning series on Stardew Valley. So I hope the first one helped you guys out quite a bit. It seemed like you guys really enjoyed it, so we'll keep on going with it. This is Clint, by the way. He stops by, I think it's, so we found 1 copper ore. So anytime you find some ore, Clint will show up. He'll let you know what's going on. He's telling us we're going to need a furnace to be able to smelt some ore. Just so happens I had an extra set of blueprints lying around. I want you to have them, he tells us. And there we go. So we know how to craft a furnace. We just have to actually make it. So I'm going to kind of skip through this right here because there's not much else to it. To craft any, well, to smelt any kind of ore, we need to make sure that we have coal and we need, well, the ore itself, of course. You can refill your watering can here. Some people actually build a well later on. I have never found a use for a well. I don't think there is really a good use for a well besides making your farm look pretty cool. So besides that, I wouldn't really worry about building a well. But yeah, so the first episode took quite a while to make. It took well, it was like 20 plus minutes plus editing through just one single day. The first day is the biggest day. So do not expect that time frame for each day. Obviously, not every single day is important as the first day. So right here, we're told that Pierre's General Store is having a backpack upgrade. The backpack upgrade is really, really good, really beneficial. You should try to get it as soon as you can. Willie lets us know he got back from his fishing trip. If you go to his house on the first day, it will say that he is not there. So Willie is there today, and actually I could keep the watering can. Let's see, so we have 41 wood. So I'm going to keep my axe on me. We'll put the hoe back for now, and I kind of want to just chop a bunch of trees because I want to unlock that beach as soon as possible. We've got a whole bunch of spring onions, so we should have no issue whatsoever getting to that beach. So we just collected 300 total wood. That's fine. These little wiggly worms are what I'm talking about, by the way. If I had my hoe, I would definitely take care of those. By the way, just a quick tip. You see these 3 seeds that I have on my inventory down here, an acorn, a maple seed, and a pine cone. Those are the three different types of seeds that you can plant yourself. So if I wanted to plant it right there, I totally could and just plant my own little tree farm. Instead, what I do with them at the beginning is I make field snacks with them. So I can make 2 right now, and once I get a few more of the recipe parts, I might actually have some. Let's see. Nope, I do not. So I'll keep those maple seeds for later. I'll keep the sap, which will be later used for a free fertilizer. By the way, you can organize everything that you have just by clicking this button here. So I'm going to go ahead and take, you know what? I want to make sure that I have enough inventory slots open. So I'm not going to take the axe. I do kind of want to take the hoe though. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the hoe. I'm gonna keep the spring onion as well because I think I'm gonna get some more spring onions. Now I haven't gone this way yet, and maybe you guys keep wondering, like, Denver, why are you not going out the quick way to town? Because maybe you figured that out already, that it is a quick way to town. And the reason is I always like to go up here because I like to check for forageable items. Now, time is not really a factor so much on these first few days. I don't know if time is ever really a super heavy factor until you start getting into the mines, where you have plenty of food and you can kind of go just all day long. Okay, there's no forageable items up here. But at the beginning, the main thing that limits you will be your energy. So as long as you can keep some food around, you're good to go. But, you know, if I take the extra time just to kind of loop around this way and say hello to everyone, like I can say hello to Linus and keep building up that relationship. By the way, if you talk to everybody every single day, that is the quickest way to build up your relationship. So, yeah, give them gifts. Like I said, it's only 2 per week that you can do, and then their birthday obviously being a bonus gift. But for now, we just want to try to talk to everybody every day if we want to build a relationship with them. Now, me, I kind of ignored that, as you guys know from the last part. I just, relationships aren't that important to me, but there are benefits in building the relationships, plus just feeling like you're a part of the game and like you have a purpose in Pelican Town. I'm going to say hello to Haley real quick here. Oh, you're that new girl, huh? Oh, I'm Haley. I'll just keep talking to her. If you want to understand their stories, their backgrounds, Haley does have a very, very cool story. She seems kind of shallow at first, but she might surprise you. It is already 3 p.m. Chopping down trees took a long time and a lot of spring onions. But what I want to do is make sure that I buy all the seeds that I can today because he is closed tomorrow. Now, horseradish was one of the ones that I like to sell. I don't have any scarecrows yet, so I'm kind of nervous about Let's see, what can we get for these? 13, I don't know. I definitely don't want to sell those. I was going to say, could I get an extra potato seed out of it? I kind of want the potatoes, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy just 9 potatoes, an extra parsnip seed. I don't think I'll be able to make it back, even though the beach forgeable goods will give me some money through Willie. I don't think I'll be able to make it back to Pierre's. So let's go ahead and unlock that, grab what we can, sell what we can to Pierre, and then plant these back on the farm. So we just got the fishing pole from Willie on the second day. If you go down to the beach, you get to talk to him, you get to meet him. I'll skip stuff like that because I'll let you enjoy that for yourself. Let's dig here. We got some clay. Clay is one of those things that at the beginning it gets kind of a nuisance in that it will fill up your inventory space, disallowing you to carry more valuable items. So if you need to drop clay off, that is fine. Don't feel bad that you have to drop some things off like this. Ooh, man, we got 3 different items over here, and this will keep refilling, so feel free to come back and check it every few days. I'm going to dig this up just to see what it is. Okay, it's a dried, what do they call it? A dried starfish. So let's go ahead and toss the clay out of the way. Now, clay's not terribly invaluable. You might need it at some point, so I might regret even throwing one away. But really, I don't think it's a big deal to throw even one away. Let's go to Willie's. We're going to sell a few things, and then I'm going to take this dried starfish all the way over to the museum. Actually, the museum's closed. I'm going to have to save it. Oh, darn it, and we missed Willie, too. He just closed at 5 p.m. No problem, though. I'm going to go check for spring onions. Quick change of plans. Spring onions, trash cans, and I want to get as much wood as I can for now. This is one of those instances where you do not want to check the trash can because it'll give a negative effect for all the people around. So we're just going to ignore the trash cans for now. Nothing in those trash cans is truly worth ruining 3 relationships over. So we'll ignore that. Let's go get our spring onions and start chopping down trees. So we made it back to our farm. Normally these little trees I kind of like to let grow, but I feel like just filling this whole space in with some of the new crops that I got. I could actually just go up to the left there, and I might, but for now I'm just going to hold on to this artifact that came from the wiggly worms on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and sell these beach forgeable items. The sea urchin is actually used in the community center bundle, so there's certain things that you, and actually I believe the oyster and the clam are too, but you will be able to get those almost any time. The urchin is the most rare of it, the coral as well. Like, all of that stuff is needed for the community center bundle. But if you're like me, you like to kind of build up that empire fast and try to, honestly, I just want to buy more seeds so that I can plant those and get more money for more crops, and I can move into a lot of the more fun stuff later on, like the horse shed, so we can get a horse to ride around town, and just upgrades to my house and general things that require money. I'm going to go ahead and do some fishing. So I'm going to plop it right here, and let's talk about some fishing tricks real quick. Wow, these bubbles are actually... Oh, no, a new spot for those bubbles. But remember, those bubbles are a good place to cast your bobber. As long as your bobber is within the area of those bubbles, you will catch a lot more fish, or at least get a lot more bites. Now, whether they're actually fish or just trash, it depends. It depends. So for now, I'm pretty good at fishing. Our little fishing bar is very small, and you may not be as good as me right now. That's okay. You'll get much better at it. It's taken me a long time. I played for hundreds of hours. So I've had a lot of practice, and I fish a lot just because I love the money that fishing can bring in. So as soon as you see that exclamation point above their head, just go ahead and click, and all you're trying to do is keep the fish right inside of that green bar. So some of the fish, like that bullhead just now, was actually very, very, very easy to catch. They're not always going to be that easy. If I run into a bass, you'll see why they're not very easy. That bullhead actually sells for quite a bit. The sunfish I could probably just eat, but I would prefer to sell them. So I may just eat spring onions until I need to. Oops, I missed that one. Darn it. So I missed the energy. Oh, and I'm really low. I missed the energy and I missed the fish. So make sure you're paying attention and not just yakking through it like I am. All righty, I'm going to go ahead and bail out. Honestly, I think we'll be back in time. We only got 2 fish. Fishing is pretty hard to rack up some money, but this is going to be like 150 gold extra, maybe even closer to 200. Not totally sure off the top of my head, but it is 1250, and therefore I do not want to pass out, because passing out means that you have to go to the doctor's office and you have to pay 1,000 gold or whatever it is. There's definitely a penalty, and I can't remember because it's been so long since I passed out. So simple rule, be in bed before 2 a.m. You do not want to risk that. Oh, cool. We got some more wood in here, too. That was kind of hiding out. It takes you walk faster off of your plants, by the way, and outside of the grass. So if you're worried about even milliseconds and getting back to your bed in time, well, then that's what you should do, is walk around that stuff. So it's 1:30. I was able to sell a couple things, and I'll go ahead and go to sleep, and we'll start day 3. So day 3, let's see, we got level 2 foraging. Awesome. So we get new recipes every time we level up in almost every single skill. If not new recipes, then we get new skills. And at 5 and 10, we get big bonus skills too. So every level you get better in combat. It's a good thing to level up because you do more damage. You get bonuses from killing enemies and things depending on what you decide. So let's check the fortune teller real quick. Oh, they're very happy today. So if only I could, if only it was day 5 and we could get to the mines. Ooh, 2 crows. Whoa. Normally you don't see 2 crows. That's just a bummer and a very unlucky day. Day 3, let's see, where do we have this from? Robin is letting us know that we can upgrade things. Very cool. And let's check our quest real quick. Also visit Gunther at the museum and craft a furnace. So we also have how to win friends. So I need to give somebody a gift. I should have given Linus just a little spring onion. Whoops. What was that one? Cultivate and harvest a parsnip. Wow, did I find everybody? Wow. Okay, somebody in the comments of last video said, whoa, you talked to everybody in the first day. Yeah, normally that doesn't happen. Normally it takes a long time. Actually, how is that possible? I don't know. I don't know if that's true. That might have been a bug in the game. Let me see if we have anything that we need to do on the farm. I don't believe we do. So today is a big time fishing day and a tree chopping day. So you decide. And I know if you're like, wow, really? Wow, this game is amazing. I get to chop trees all the time. Don't worry, you're building up for something. Use this day. If you don't feel like working through this day, this is a really, really, really good day for you to go around town, meet some people, head to the tavern, and just say hello and have fun. There's a couple more fun things to do around town, and I guess if you guys would like, I could show you around that way. Wow, we just got a whole bunch of foraging items. That's insane. We'll eat that leek. That leek gives us 72 energy. These daffodils will get sold. The dandelion I will eat just because of the kind of what I call the gold to energy ratio. So if the gold to energy ratio, the closer to 1-to-1 that it is, the more I will keep it. See, in this case, daffodil is like, I don't know, 30 gold or something like that, or 25 gold. I don't know. It gives 0 energy, so that's obviously it's a terrible ratio. So we don't want to do that. If you're wondering why I'm not heading to, well, it's closed anyways, but if you're wondering why I'm not headed to Pierre's, oh my gosh, I need a red mushroom. All right, I don't think I'll be able to get a red mushroom, but there is no harm in accepting these quests. Now, Pierre's will be closed on Wednesday, so the wiki will have all that information. If you want to just find out that by yourself, feel free. I should have brought the dried starfish for the museum over here, especially because once you donate to the museum, I believe, hey, cool, another field snack. I believe you can finish this quest. Let's see, So Gunther at the museum, we can actually go talk to him real quick, but once we give something, even one thing to the museum, it'll count as a finished quest, and I think we get like 100 or 250 gold. So it's a pretty good thing to be able to donate something. I'm making a quick run through over here to the new beach that we unlocked. Probably tomorrow there's going to be some new forageable goods. Rain always kind of washes in. The idea is it washes the stuff up from the ocean. This guy up here, the old mariner, I've got this old amulet to sell, but something tells me you're not ready for it, miss. Now, this guy, I'll just tell you now, spoiler alert, I believe is a spoiler alert, but really it's just an important part of the game. That guy, when you're ready to get married, that guy will sell the item, the amulet that you need to be able to offer to someone to ask them to marry you. So that's the guy. You'll just have to come on a rainy day. So once you get to near maximum heart level, you will give them bouquets of flowers. And with the bouquets of flowers, that will get them to an increased heart level where you can actually propose to them. Even though it's a rainy day, every single day in spring, if you're worried about your energy, and you should be worried about your energy, you should be doing enough work that you require a lot of extra energy, always come down and grab all the spring onions that you can. There's a good fishing spot right down here, and that's actually one of the locations. When you cast out here, then you could catch one of the legendary fish, one of the winter legendary fish. So just keep that location in mind when you are searching for, I believe there are 5 legendary fish, and they're very, very, very difficult to catch. So make sure you are leveling up your fishing skill. You can catch those. You can sell them. You can keep them. You can actually even put them on display, as far as I know, on a little nightstand too. So it's kind of cool to keep a trophy around. Just a heads up, since a lot of new players don't know this forest, you can cut down these trees, and there are also trees by the bus stop, all the way around town and stuff. A lot of the trees that you see, you can cut down. So don't worry, well, I cleared my farm, I have no other trees to cut. Yes, you still can cut all of the trees around town that look like these pine trees, these maple trees, and whatever the third one was. I totally forgot. The oak trees. That's right. All right, back in my farm. Let's see. I'm going to sell the daffodils. I'm going to sell... Honestly, I think I'm going to sell the golden leek. I think the money is more important than the energy here, especially because I have 30 of these, well, almost 30 of these spring onions. So I'm going to sell the dandelions. I'm going to sell the leek. It's still really, really good money, and I don't think I'll need the energy. I want the money so I can go buy the seeds tomorrow. I still have 4 field snacks, and I'm not even going to carry them around. Right now, I'm going to do some fishing today, and then I'm going to head, after I go fishing, I'm going to head into town and just kind of socialize. So that's the plan for today. Now, any of these places in town are good to fish on. There's not a single place that is bad, but there might be some better places. The main idea about fishing is that you want to cast it as far away from the shore as you can. So even if I'm standing here and I cast out really far and it gets close to the other shore, well, that's less of a bonus for me in terms of fish quality. Oh my gosh, that was a catfish. How do I know it was a catfish? Because those are the really, really hard ones to catch on a rainy day. Catfish only come out in Stardew Valley on a rainy day. And here's another one. And they're almost impossible to catch on early levels. Oh my gosh, I'm actually hanging with it. I don't know how, but there's no way that I can... It's really hard, and that's actually one of the reasons I don't usually cast in the river on a rainy day. I just wanted to be close to the town because I want to head to the tavern pretty soon. Now, a quick fishing tip before I head over and start my socializing. This is totally up to you, but this is a little trick. So you can open up the journal, and you can just kind of wait. See, and as soon as I closed the journal, it bit. So did you guys hear the sound in the background? Let me know that there was a fish on my line. And what the journal does is it actually stops all time. So if you open up the journal, all time will be stopped. You can see it flashing, letting me know that time is indeed stopped. So if I cast out and I hit the journal, I can listen. I heard the sound. Now I can just click off the journal to close it, and then I can catch my fish. So that one is totally up to you. To me, it's more leaning towards unethical than it is an ethical way to play the game. But it's your game. It's full of choice. You decide if that's what you want to do. I won't get into these trash cans real quick, but let's see how Alex is doing. Hey, you're the new girl, huh? I think we're going to get along great. I'm Alex. So there's no way that I should have finished that quest. That must have been a bug or something like that. But let's head into the saloon. The saloon is a great place to meet people. Pam over here likes to drink. If you don't know about Pam yet, she enjoys a good adult beverage. We got Leah over here that kind of hangs out. If I want to build a relationship with Pam or Leah, it's really important, or it's really easy in the tavern. I could buy beer for Pam. I could buy salad for Leah. Salads come pretty cheap. It gives you 113 energy. So once you start stacking up and making a ton of money, 220 for a salad is really easy to drop. Pizzas are good too. But the energy to cost ratio looks like it goes to salad. I used to buy tons and tons of pizza, but 600 a piece. Coffee is 300 a piece, but coffee does give you a speed boost, so that depends. You know, if you get a lot of money, feel free to spend it on some luxuries like some extra speed. These are little video games that you can play. I'm not going to play the whole thing real quick, but if you press space, oh, there we go. Okay, so the arrow keys shoot the direction, and then W, A, S, and D move your character. So, and that's for PC. Speaking of coffee, there we go. We got some coffee, and I could press space to use that and see that I'm moving a little bit faster. But these little mini games are awesome. There's achievements that you can get by playing them, and there's a couple of extra lives. Anyways, I said I'm not going to play it, and now I'm hooked. All right, let's get out. All right, that one's really fun. We can't play once we get the. I'll just call it a key for now, so I don't give away too many spoilers. Even though it just said it there. It's a skull key. All right, it's a skull key. Look, everybody's heading on over. So Willie's coming in. We got Sebastian coming in. Actually, is Sebastian coming in, or is he just heading? You might be heading home. Willie's coming in on certain nights. I mean, it's just packed in here, but you can come in. You can drop some gifts to some people. Actually, speaking of gifts, I don't know if Willie really likes this. He likes stuff like this. All right, let's see if it actually could. I get my 100 gold, even though he really wasn't a big fan of my spring onion. I got my 100 gold. So in this case, I would normally I like fishing at the lake, guys. I really do. Some people prefer the ocean. Some people like the rivers. The rivers are fine, except on a rainy day you get a lot of catfish, and you just want to avoid those catfish. So let's fish at the lake for a little bit, see if we can catch some bass or just any quality fish. I've got tons of energy, and I really don't want to just chop wood all day because I don't really need it yet. But if that's what you're into, then go ahead and do it. Clear out your farm, make it a lot bigger. Get some room. Oh my gosh, I'm having a tough time with this guy. Get some room prepared for the seeds, the extra seeds that we're going to buy tomorrow. We got 582. We're going to drop all of these fish off. Anything that I don't need to eat, which I don't think I'll need to eat any of these fish, but all the fish are going to get dropped off into the bin, and that's going to be hopefully several hundred gold. If I can catch a few bass, then that would mean I might even break into 1,000 gold. So fishing is very lucrative if you get good enough at it and you don't fail too many times. For the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and head back. I don't want this episode getting too long, but I don't know if you guys would mind. So if you don't mind the longer episodes, just let me know if they're getting a little too long for you. Also, let me know, because you guys are the viewers and you are the ones that I'm doing it for. So therefore, you're the important ones who get to make these big decisions. Plus, I don't want to have to make those decisions. So you guys go ahead and make them for me. I'm going to head on home, sell all of these fish, and then off to bed I go. Remember that even though this stuff says trash, you still want to keep it. This Joja Cola, I could take it now, but I'm not going to. Let's get rid of all these fish. I've got that out, and we got a lot of money. And I'm going to go ahead and head to sleep. That'll be the end of this part 2, guys. I will see you in part 3. Go ahead and click like, subscribe, all that stuff that helps YouTube kind of promote this series and also encourages me to do more for you guys. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in part 3.